Hi Shirley. I thought you provided an excellent assessment of the financial situation in Hansted Bremen. You presented a bleak picture, noting that the city had a revenue to cost ratio of 0.85 and that without action the city could become insolvent, as there was an increasing proportion of the budget being spent on interest and there's a flat revenue base. I agree that the city has a reducing capacity to deliver basic services and also to meet the city's liabilities in the short and longer term. In regard to your strategy to transition the city to a more sustainable future, I like your approach of reprofiling most of the budget lanes rather than relying on taxation. I completely agree with your proposal to increase taxes with a proportional approach, ensuring that those with less capacity to pay are taxed less. I also like your proposal to have an initial larger increase of 5%, which tapers off to 3% over the financial period. This would also be politically preferable, as citizens' tolerance to larger and larger tax increases would reduce. I liked your proposal to increase exchange transactions such as public transport and toll roads, ensuring these were aligned to social and economic goals. I like this approach not just from a user pays perspective, but also that the areas targeted are to align with the city's social agenda. For example, disproportionately increasing toll roads to support the climate change agenda and the use of public transport. I agree that personnel costs are high, and I support your proposal to downsize and limit wage increases, however ensuring this doesn't disadvantage those on lower wages. I also agree with your proposal to reduce operational costs through new technology, procuring of services, outsourcing and improving efficiencies, with smaller initial cost reductions but increase over the time period. This makes sense to me, as it will take time to implement these initiatives. Your proposed income statement over the 5 years shows a surplus from 2014 onwards, even when the grant ceases, which can then be used to pay off debt and reduce interest payments, which is a really good thing. I agree with you that tax revenue is probably performing better than other areas, and that investment revenue and interest costs are of significant concern. I thought it was really interesting your suggestion that the city should be looking at things such as the possibility of selling off assets. Overall, I thought you presented a good case for the federal grant and made some excellent points as to the significant impact on the city if it doesn't receive the grant, such as increased public service redundancies, greater increases in taxes and charges, and potentially an even greater local economic and social shock. You could have perhaps explained a little more the implications of receiving the grant over a 5-year period, such as allowing a gradual transition and moderating the impact on citizens. The perspective of the federal government could have perhaps been considered in your assessment, although it by no means needs any more justification. Financially supporting cities to help improve their financial performance reduces the risk to the federal government. If the cities have to be bailed out, there is a risk of even greater impacts and greater cost to the federal government in the long term. I thought you presented an excellent and well-justified strategy and a compelling case, and as such, I can confirm the city will receive the federal grant. Thank you.